Hi everyone, today I'm here with the Bookish Academy Awards tag, and this was originally started by Booker Doodles. I was looking last night for what videos to do this weekend. I was really unsure, and then I thought, well, tags are always fun, and I found this tag. I remember watching a lot of videos in the past but never doing it myself, so I thought today would be a perfect opportunity to do the tag. I love how we're combining awards and books, and basically booktubers love to talk about anything related to books in any way, shape or form, so it's going to be great fun, and I'm really excited to show a different variety of books. My goal for this tag is not to repeat any books, and I've just tried to pick different answers that I wouldn't normally pick to make it more exciting and more interesting. So let's get going and start with these awards. So the first award goes to the Best Actor, and this goes to the Best Male Protagonist in a Book, and I've chosen Daniel Wing, or Day, from the Legend trilogy by Marie Lu. I think he is such a great character. He is dynamic and different. I love his background and his backstory. He's definitely a complex character, which makes him even more exciting. There's always questions to be asked about him. I think throughout the book I started to connect with him more and relate to him, and I just thought he was an amazing character. Definitely one that I loved reading about. It's definitely a trilogy I would recommend. I personally think the trilogy gets better with each book, so if you've only read the first one, read the second one, you'll be addicted. You'll want to read the third one. The third one is amazing, so just read them all. They're so good. The second award is for the Best Actress, and this goes to the Best Female Protagonist in a Book, and I'm going to give this to Selena Sardafian from Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I love her as a character. She's a strong female protagonist. She's very different, unique, she's sassy and fiery, and I love the way she goes about everything. She definitely carried that book and added a great dimension to it, which I loved reading. I just think, an amazing trilogy. I'm really excited for the final book to see what's going to happen. I think that comes out next year in 2015, so as soon as it comes out, I'll definitely be getting it. The third award goes to the Best Cinematography, and this goes to the Best Plot Twist in a Book. Of course, I've read many books with many plot twists, so it's very hard to decide for this one, but a plot twist that really struck me when I read it was Clockwork Princess by Cassandra Clare. The plot twist in this book was just amazing. It was very striking. I know some people don't like the plot twist, others do, but whether you like it or not, it's definitely one that stands out from many books. Cassandra Clare is not only great at creating characters and writing in a beautiful way, but she's also great at creating plot twists. All around, she's just an amazing writer. The fourth award is for the Best Costume Design, and this goes to the Best Book Cover. I didn't want to repeat Clockwork Princess because I think the cover is amazing, but I didn't want to repeat it, so I thought I would choose Clockwork Angel. I know this is in the same series, but I just think the entire trilogy is amazing. I love the cover designs. I think they're very consistent, and none of them are too similar, but they're not too different either, and they just work really well on a shelf. Sometimes when there's humans on a book, it doesn't work very well, but with this, that's not the case. The covers are amazing and beautiful, and I love them. The next award goes to the Best Supporting Actress and Actor, and this goes to the Best Male and Female Sidekick. I'm going to choose Ron Weasley and Hermione Granger from Harry Potter by J.K. Rowling. I think they're just amazing. They definitely add a new dimension to the whole series, and without them it would be so different. I love their personalities and how they're very different, and I love the way they go about everything. I think J.K. Rowling is so amazing at creating characters. It's definitely her standout point and the thing that she's best at as a writer. The next award goes to the Best Original Screenplay, and this is for the most unique plot or world in a book, and I've chosen to give this to The Plot and World in Eon by Alison Goodman. I think, the first thing I described this as when I reviewed it was unique, because it certainly is very unique. The characters are unique. The plot is incredibly unique. There are definitely lots of plot twists and turns. It's intense, full of action, and just a very different book. Nothing like I've read before. I think as well the world building is amazing in this book. It's a great fantasy world. The vivid language that Alison Goodman uses really enhances this world, makes it even more unique, even more exciting and vivid. And I just think, amazing duology. I think as well, because it's a duology, the pacing works really well. There's no dragging or waiting for things to happen. It really just strikes you with every single chapter, and it's just full of action. Definitely a duology that I would recommend. The next award is for the Best Adapted Screenplay, and this is for the Best Book to Movie Adaptation. And of course, I'm giving this to Catching Fire by Suzanne Collins, because it's just amazing. The Catching Fire film is better than the first one. I love it so much. I remember the day when I watched it, going to the cinema. I was so excited watching it. I was on the edge of my seat, and then afterwards, I just couldn't express how much I loved that film. I was gushing so much on Twitter, and oh my gosh, it is amazing. I really cannot wait for Mockingjay Part 1 later this year. It's just going to be so good. I'm really hoping the Mockingjay film will be good. I know the book isn't amazing. It's probably my least favourite book out of the trilogy, but hopefully they'll do something good with the film, because You know, I trust him to do that. The directing is amazing and the acting is great as well, so just, you know, fantastic. The next award is for the best animated feature, and this goes to a book that you would like to see in an animated format. I'm not entirely sure if this is meaning animated format as in a movie or a TV show, but whatever it's meant to be, I'm going to take it with a movie and say Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I think when I read this book, it really played like a movie in my head. I think there was a lot of action, and I think the technological aspects in this book would work really well on the big screen. So I think, you know, it would work really well, and a lot of people definitely do mention this as a book they'd like to see in an animated feature. Hopefully at some point it will be made into that. I just think it would work really well. It'd definitely be amazing. The next award goes to the best director, and this is an author that you've discovered this year. Unfortunately this year I haven't actually read many books, and a lot of the books I've read the authors before. However, a brand new author was Jasper Fforde when I read Shades of Grey. He isn't my favourite author, and he wasn't like amazing in this book, but I still thought it was really good. I love the characters and the world building. I'm intrigued, you know, I'm intrigued to continue on with more of his books and see what they're like as well. Of course, there's also an award for the best visual effects, and this goes to the best action in a book, and I decided to give this to Battle Royale by Koshin Takumi. There is so much action in this book. It's very intense, full of action throughout, from the start till the end. I couldn't stop reading. It was very addictive. It was definitely a page turner. I love the gory descriptions as well. I think these really add to the intensity of the plot. It's definitely amazing. It's unique, and I just really love it. I know some people don't like it loads, but I think it was really good, and it was probably my favourite book of last year, so I would definitely recommend it if you haven't already read it. The next award goes to the best musical score, and this is for the best music in a book-to-movie adaptation. I have watched a few book-to-movie adaptations, but not too many, but definitely the ones I've watched, I love the music. Hunger Games, The Great Gatsby, all the music in that is amazing. And then I also remembered Life of Pi, which is what I'm going to give this award to. I believe this actually won the Academy Award when it was nominated, so maybe my ideas are good to pick this one. I think the music really impacted on the film as a whole, the emotion, the intensity. I remember that when I watched the film, I thought the music was amazing, and then listening to some of the music back, it's still amazing, and I love it. The next award goes to the best short film, and this is for the best novella or short book. I'm going to give this to Hachiko Waits by Leslie Newman. This is such a short book, but it's a powerful book, it's emotional, I love the concepts and ideas. It's actually based on a real story, which makes it even more emotional. I remember watching the film before I actually read the book, because I didn't know there was a book on it, and then I think I was just searching for Amazon to buy the DVD, and I also found that there was a book on this, so I also bought the book, and I loved that. I think the film's actually better, which is probably one of the only times I would ever say this, but the book really sums up the message and the meaning really well, so still absolutely fantastic. The penultimate award in this tag goes to the best picture, and this is for the best standalone book. Of course, I'm going to give this to The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. It is definitely my favourite standalone book ever. It packs solid with emotion. So many people cried when reading this book, and I know loads of people are anticipating a really emotional film as well. I just hope the film's good. I hope it gets that same emotion as the book had. I think John Green is amazing. I think his lyrical language, I think his character building, his plots, everything is just amazing. I think nearly everyone has read The Fault in Our Stars, but obviously if you haven't already, just read it, you know. Prepare yourself for an emotional roller coaster, but that shouldn't put you off. It should make you want to read it because it's just so perfect. The final award goes to the best documentary, and this is for the best historical fiction or non-fiction book. For this one, I have one author in mind that really fits this well, and I've chosen The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. He writes amazing historical fiction. This one is actually set around 9/11 and how that affects Afghanistan. I think it's so interesting to read. It's obviously a very tragic, you know, idea and concept, and because it's real as well, it makes it even more emotional to read. I think that, you know, he is great at writing historical fiction. Of course, And the Mountains Echoed was also amazing. That's also historical fiction. And A Thousand Splendid Suns as well, I love that. So I think if you haven't read any of his books yet, definitely do that. Personally, my favourite is The Kite Runner, but they're all amazing and they're all recommendations. So everyone, that is it for the Bookish Academy Awards tag. I absolutely love doing this tag. I loved incorporating awards with books because I think it's really good to celebrate and, you know, mention our favourite books and different kinds of books as well. So thank you everyone for watching, and see you all again in my next video.